I think Madrid needs to be respected. They are the most successful side as far as we're concerned. Beyond that, just 2 years ago, we saw what they did, the damage they did in just 3 or 4 minutes of game left to play. And they got to the final.
The Rodrigo turnaround, yes.
But in the end, if there is one fixture that I think that can end in the first leg, it is this fixture. And there's one fixture also that I think that the unthinkable can happen is also this fixture. One thing Man City and Pep has in their head is that, see, we cannot leave Madrid still wounded. Like you say, press their neck and kill them off. That is one thing City will have in their head. I've watched football for a long time, especially Champions League, and I feel the most dominant game I've ever seen that made an opponent look so useless, as if they don't even understand what is done on the field of play, was that first half between City and Madrid last season when they were completely, annihilated. Pep want to do that again, but can we still see the same performance from that Pep? From that City? We can't.
You cannot.
There's this age-long debate that has been happening in the world of football all over the world. Whether it's Nigeria, whether it's Portugal, whether it's Spain or Italy, whether it's somewhere in Alagbole, inside where the Alagbole is. I can tell you for free that people will tell you that which one is more interesting. Is it the UEFA Champions League or is it the FIFA World Cup? It's quite very difficult to pick one side, but I can tell you that fixtures like this can only happen in the most interesting league in the world, which is the UEFA Champions League. On this note, I welcome to another exciting, scintillating, beautiful, interesting, and sweet world of sport right here on the best of the best sports show. My name is Ibukun Aluko. In fact, I never ever introduce guys. That's to show you what this show brings to the table. I've got the usual guys here on set with me. And let me start off with definitely not Farouk Adetola.
The sports mamba.
No, I've changed it from sport mamba to sport lamba. The sweet man himself, Izu. There's one thing about Izu. Whenever he's coming into the set, almost all the girls, look at him with some kind of eye.
Which guy did it?
Fine boy Izu, what's up?
Why are you collecting him?
I don't give Farouk. What's up? How you doing? What's good, bro? It's good to see you once again.
It's good to see everybody.
You look great. Your shoes, is it Nike?
Yeah, it's Nike. Nike boys, always.
Always. Roy, how far was good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good to be here once again.
I'll still throw that question to you. But before we start, you look great as well.
Thanks, bro.
As a married man, you have to look good. Someone has to dress you up.
What can we do?
It's so fun. Everything they happen.
Who is again? Are we here to do sports? We are here to run complimentary on ourselves, but I'm fine, Sha.
Farouk, you have the best. I must comment that you have the best shirt on the land. You told me your wife got you that shirt. I owe you. You go buy my own too.
Okay, Roy, there's some information now that I will not give to IBK because it will use it against you on the show.
Against you now. Shout out to him, man. We love the shirt.
Say police go catch you already. Don't talk or don't say anything. It will be used against you in the court of law. What's up now, Farouk?
Well, I'm very well.
You look great. Well done.
Excited to be here once again. The safest place to talk sport is this environment. When I have this 3 guys, gisting, talking about what has happened over the weekend and what's going to happen also, in the future. The Champions League, like you said, club most glamorous, prestigious football competition anywhere in the world. I cannot wait to see these fixtures happen.
Let's just divert a little bit. Like I said in the intro, talking about the Champions League at the World Cup. Quick one, no explanation. Which one would you pick?
I think I'll pick the World Cup, and the reason why I would say that is there's
of the scarcity.
When you get to experience something so often, it tends to see finish.
It has.
But there are some Champions League moments that you never forget. They're evergreen. But then again, the World Cup comes around every 4 years, and it's like the entire world. As soon as one is ending, we cannot wait for the next one. It's sort of unified. Look at how Qatar was during the last World Cup. Despite the fact that it was shifted to December. That final, it was.
So you picked the World Cup.
I think the World Cup is just a better experience.
Right, what about you?
Yeah, same.
World Cup or Champions League?
No, I feel the World Cup is a bigger, for me, I think it's a bigger competition because it brings the whole world together, irrespective.
Okay, which one would you rather watch? Brazil, Germany, or Arsenal, Bayern.
Brazil, Germany.
So you're
Because it's a
going with the World Cup.
yeah, of
But not be
course.
this current Germany.
Far away about you.
Well, I think I'm going to differ a bit. Yes, the World Cup is the biggest football competition in the world, but what the Champions League offers us, night in, night out, honestly, you only get it in the Champions League. It's a conglomeration of greatest football in the world. World Cup, you see countries like Tahiti at times. You see countries like Malawi,
So
Jamaica.
hold on.
But
Let's say it's the quarterfinal of the World Cup and the quarterfinal of the Champions League, like we have Arsenal, Bayern. Which one would you pick, Arsenal, Bayern, or Brazil, Germany?
honestly, it's a very difficult one to answer. Now you are trying to streamline it.
Yeah.
And I understand where you're coming from. If I'm going to watch, yes, like you said, once in 4 years, that is something that you look forward to. And once it comes, every other thing stops across globe. It's just about the World
Except
Cup.
the Nigerian league.
What happens in Nigerian league? Well, thankfully now it's on TV now, so at least we can also watch that as well too.
Yeah.
But the truth is, Arsenal, Bayern,
Brazil, Germany.
Arsenal never win Champions League before, so I think on that note,
I think that's now Bayern is not selling
But
it.
I think like
if you had said
City,
Bayern,
Madrid.
no, not even City. City is small for Champions League. If you had said Bayern, Barcelona, or Madrid, Manchester United, these are clubs that you want to say.
I don't understand. Why they try to speak?
Normally,
Why they try to speak
normally
into the conversation?
in the real world, in the actual sense of it, I think if you are too available to a lady, she begins to disrespect you. So just like the World Cup, don't be too available. So every day, anytime. I'm actually going to Champions League.
Are you saying
the World Cup,
those that have their wife at home all the time now and are available all the time now, they become more like that guy? Use how that is.
I think if you are saying quarterfinal of the Champions League,
Yeah.
I picked the World Cup because of the entire experience from
Yeah.
the group stage to the final. But say quarterfinal for quarterfinal, I think I'll pick the Champions League because we've seen quarterfinals that will have you at the edge of your seat until the very end. I know we've seen that in the World Cup, but when club football can repeat that year in, year out, I can count so many. Chelsea versus Madrid, the year they won it. Madrid versus
Man
City.
City,
There are games like that
Barca is similar.
there was there's the miracle of Istanbul. There's Chelsea against Man U, 2008 final.
Chelsea Napoli too.
There's Chelsea Napoli. Games have been turned on their head, and the entire world can also talking about it.
Okay,
So
let's now we're starting off with the Champions League. This time around, the biggest league in the world, and I can tell you for free that when it comes to action-packed football league, I think you always get that from UEFA Champions League. The draws happened just last week, and I didn't expect blockbuster fixtures. Starting from Arsenal against Bayern Munich, the last time these two guys met, that was in 2017, and Arsenal ended their hopes of winning the Champions League again. Bayern ended Arsenal's hope of winning Champions League again, and that ended 5-1. In fact, the last 3 meetings between Arsenal and Bayern has ended 5-1 in favor of Bayern Munich. We have Atlético de Madrid against Borussia Dortmund. More like the least interesting fixtures out of the 4. We have Man City against Real Madrid and also PSG, Paris Saint-Germain against Barcelona. Don't forget, Kylian Mbappe might finally want to do something for more like a send-off party for PSG, maybe winning the Champions League for PSG for the first time in their history. Let's start off with I think let's end it with Arsenal Bayern. Let's just start the maybe the more like the least interesting one. Atlético de Madrid against Borussia Dortmund. We know Madrid to be a very conservative side, Farouk, and Dortmund are more like a very direct side. They come at you. They probably are not shy from attacking against the opposition. But this time around, it seems the Champions League experience, is helping Madrid because they have Diego Simeone. We saw that against Inter Milan. In fact, everyone here predicted that Inter were going to, advance to the quarterfinal, and that wasn't to be. Atletico against Borussia Dortmund. Are you looking at an upset in this one?
I won't call it upset because Dortmund are a Champions League winner. Atletico Madrid are yet to win the Champions League. Yes, I want to say that Dortmund are very, inexperienced when it comes to, the way they can just throw caution.
The players they have.
They can just decide to throw caution to the win and start playing football.
You can't say inexperienced.
And once you get to the quarterfinal, I know what I'm saying. The way they play, they don't play like a very experienced side, like a side that knows exactly what they want to do.
They've won the Champions League before.
I said that as well too. That was in 97 or 98. But the truth is, if you look at the maturity in both teams, one is well above the other one. I don't think Madrid have not won it before, but at least they have that experience. They don't have that know-how to.
They've been there, consistently.
Severally. But Dortmund, I said that they don't care who they are playing with. They play the same way. Whether you are Man City, you are Madrid, you are Barcelona, they always apply that same system and they play against every team. That's why they are suspect to be being beaten by anybody at any point in time. But Atletico Madrid will study your opponent and say exactly how they can hurt you in your own weakest point. So that's why I feel that fixture will tilt towards Madrid a bit. But if Dortmund come in their own A games and they play the way they play all the time, they will be a very difficult opponent, a customer for Atletico Madrid. But in the end, over 2 legs, I feel that Atletico Madrid have got a slight edge, even though I want to say that Dortmund also have equal chance of qualifying.
So talking about the way Atletico Madrid advanced into the quarterfinal stage, some school of thought will tell you that they would rather, like I think I've heard Mourinho say that he would rather have his home game in the second leg because you can correct the wrongs of the first leg at home. Why some will tell you that if I get the job done in the first leg
at home, I
home,
to cut you.
Yeah,
I think for the first time in a long while, every team that played the second leg at home qualified into the quarterfinal, showing that it's very, very important for you to top your
second leg at home.
To top your group. If you top your group automatically, you have the chance of playing second leg at home. So every team here played their second leg at home.
So talking about the second leg at home, let's leave the Atletico Borussia Dortmund game. Let's go straight to Paris Saint-Germain against Barcelona. Is he an actual true advantage? Because I've seen team get the job done in the first leg at home. They go to second leg away and they close up shop, and there's nothing to get from it again. Right.
The home advantage gives you, like you said, it's home advantage. Playing at home gives you an advantage, all right? So you have the crowd behind you. That's the 12th man you are playing with. You understand? So I think most teams want to play away first, look at their mistakes and see how they will correct it at home. Knowing full well that, okay, so we're going to have the 12th man behind us and we'll go all out on you and see how we can correct our mistake if there is any. Do you understand what I'm saying? So meanwhile, the opposing team are coming in a very, permit me to use the word, hostile environment because of obviously they cannot stand the crowd of the home team and all of that. So however you look at it, it has this psychological effect on the home team. So I believe
PSG in Barcelona this both teams have met. What I can remember about this fixture is the remontada that happened. Was it 2016 or thereabout when
Barcelona
Unai Emery was the coach of Barca and
Luis Enrique
was coach of Barcelona. Sorry, Unai Emery was PSG.
Yeah.
And the first leg was, I think, 4-1. Was it 4-0 or 4-1? And 4-0. Barca went, at Camp Nou and they did a comeback. But now they have one of their best players. I think he has over 30 goals already this season for PSG. He's the captain of the side. Now the world knows that he's leaving PSG, is going to Real Madrid or thereabout. But looking at the whole thing, do you think Kylian Mbappe has that ability to get something of that Champions League quality for Paris Saint-Germain this season against Barcelona?
Okay, so again, he may not be able to win the Champions League, and I say it with all sincerity because there are more powerful teams ahead of him. You have the likes of Real Madrid, Man City, even Bayern or even Arsenal can actually eliminate Paris Saint-Germain one-on-one. All right, so it's a very long mountain. Of course, it's a very long mountain to climb. You understand, for Kylian Mbappe, with all due respect to him. But in this fixture against Barcelona, when you look at Barcelona team, they've been, firing hot and cold this season. One match they're hot.
Xabi announced that I was going to leave. I think they've become better.
Yeah, you may say he's having a psychological effect on them, that they want to prove a point that, okay, probably we messed up in our first whatever, and we are the reason why our coach is leaving, blah, 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 blah. Let's correct the wrongs, and, they're putting in the works and whatever, but then, in this particular, they are vulnerable. That's the point I'm trying to make. Barcelona is very vulnerable, especially in their defense. This season, they've shipped in a lot of goals. I think this
PSG against Barcelona fixture is a clear example of why there's home advantage in Champions League football.
Okay.
And I understand that one of the revelations of recent weeks in football has been Pau Kubasi.
Okay.
For Barcelona.
Yeah.
His addition to the Barcelona defense has made it a bit settled. He's doing what he needs to do. He has locked up some attackers that you consider, very, very...
Especially
Osimhen, Morata, he has done well against these people. Now, I'm not saying he can go all the way against Mbappe.
Yeah.
Especially because of how PSG play. He's not the type of player who you assess as a striker. Mbappe will roam along the entire front line, get the goal if he can. But the problem with the Champions League is, and I'm saying it because of what he said earlier, I don't think you can get the job done in one leg. It's a very dicey division to have.
We've seen team get the job done in
and
first
that's
leg.
I'll give you two instances. I'll give you two instances, and both of them have to do with Barcelona. Now, when the remontada happened, first leg 4-0, I remember very well. I was in 111 when it happened. When school come on Rome, and people, I was one of the people who told me, I remember it was the Barca fan, and I told him, look, you guys are done. Barca is out of the Champions League. There's no way in hell PSG allowed this thing to sleep. Second leg comes, we're sitting together, and before my very eyes, Barcelona do it 6-1. PSG is out. Now there's Barcelona again. They thought they had got the job done in the Camp Nou
Against Roma.
I remember the Messi free kick against Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
They thought they had got the job done. If Dembele had taken that chance to make it 4-0, they would have discussing a different thing entirely. It was 3-0. Barca felt okay, fine. Liverpool had like one of the best attacks in the world at the time.
To be honest, that second leg, I was somewhere and someone was telling me that won't I get home early to watch the game? I was like, game is dead and buried. There's really nothing.
And then 4-0, Barca is out. So in the Champions League, the job is done.
I think same happened with Roma
in the second leg. I don't think you can, especially in ties like this where you can say maybe City versus Copenhagen, City win 4-0 in the first leg. It's like, you can play Oscar Bob, you can play Mika Richardson, all those people. Play them, you get job done. Pep is your coach. But when it gets to the level where you're in the quarterfinals, you are playing pound for pound. We are big teams.
Pep as well.
You can't sleep.
It happened with Pep in the second leg
against
Real Madrid in the semi-finals.
Yes,
you can't sleep.
89th minute, it was as if Man City were going to the finals.
City Tottenham,
and that was it.
Tottenham looked dead and buried at some point.
So
I asked Tottenham
just to come in. I think I
can't get job done in one leg.
As you said, yes. It happens once in a while, not all the time. I can assure you, in 10 fixtures, if you go ahead in the first leg with 3-0, only 10 times it will happen. I remember far back when AC Milan defeated the people like Corona. That was, I think, 2007 or 8.
In fact,
and before you say Jack Robinson,
you know the funny thing,
they beat them and added extra to it.
The last man
I'm talking big team for big team.
Now let's even follow stats. The last man to win the championship for Barcelona now coaches PSG.
And a lot of Barcelona
players. The last man to
playing
do the remontada as well is with PSG. So he has an idea of what he's going to do. And again, don't forget that Barca are not playing at Camp Nou this season.
Yeah,
exactly.
There is a makeshift stadium because Camp Nou is under renovation.
Yeah.
So apart from that, but your honest opinion, who goes through?
And it's also a case of a student versus teacher. Enrique won it with Xavi being one of his players.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're facing each other. Osman Dembele used to be.
So Farouk, let's just do a quick one.
I've said it that the pathway looks very, very interesting for Barcelona to get into the final. A lot of people don't talk about Barcelona like they used to in the past, and I feel that this pathway, because if they win, they are facing the winner of Atlético Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, and I feel that Barcelona will get to the final, and they also have a very good chance of winning. So I would say that Barcelona over 2 legs.
So let's talk about the more like. Yes, PSG, Barca is still quite a very difficult fixture. But so, there are these fixtures, Real Madrid against Man City, Arsenal, Bayern. So let's quickly talk about, Madrid against Man City. And Pep came out to say that he's quite happy because of the fact that he's playing, the second leg at home again. I remember that last 2 seasons?
Yeah.
And he ended 1-1 at the Bernabeu. Everyone was thinking, it's Real Madrid. Etihad Real Madrid doesn't have home ground and the rest, but they came into their chair and they were annihilated. Benzema couldn't even do what he could do. Modric couldn't even pass the ball around. Are we going to see something this season again?
Anybody who says Madrid does not have home ground or it doesn't matter for them,
especially in the Champions League,
I think the person is right in the head. And I said that because that run they went on to win the Champions League
was unusual.
They didn't exactly play the best of football.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was just moments.
You get to the Bernabeu and Madrid are perfect for 20 minutes. You get punished and you're out. That's exactly how they got to the final. The final was the only time, even in the final, they didn't exactly dominate the entire game.
Yeah.
You get Liverpool kept coming and coming, and one slip up, one of those Madrid moments.
Yeah.
There's the pass from Valverde, everybody's caught on our ways. Vinicius puts it in, it's 1-0 and they get the job done. But I think this season is a bit different. And the reason why I say that is this current Man City team there's a lot of holes to how they play.
Exactly.
I've said on this show before, there's a lot of holes to how they play. Now we've seen Madrid play games where Haaland is too eager to score, so he doesn't get the goals. And when chances like that get thrown away and KDB is not available, you start to wonder where would the rest of the chances come from? Because these games where they see a lot of chances.
Am Madrid that special to give Pep a headache? Like,
I honestly think they are. The dynamic to how they play.
Honestly,
how Ancelotti has set them up. I think they are.
The truth is,
Roy, please. I think Madrid needs to be respected. They are the most successful side as far as we're concerned. Beyond that, just 2 years ago, we saw what they did, the damage they did in just 3 or 4 minutes of game left to play. And they got to the final.
The Rodrigo turnaround, yes.
But in the end, if there is one fixture that I think that can end in the first leg, it is this fixture. And there's one fixture also that I think that the unthinkable can happen is also this fixture. One thing Man City and Pep has in their head is that, see, we cannot leave Madrid still wounded. Like you say, press their neck and kill them off. That is one thing City will have in their head. I've watched football for a long time, especially Champions League, and I feel the most dominant game I've ever seen that made an opponent look so useless, as if they don't even understand what is done on the field of play, was that first half between City and Madrid last season when they were completely annihilated. Pep want to do that again, but can we still see the same performance from that Pep? From that City? We can't.
You cannot. The reason is very simple. We all will agree here that the Man City team currently are not so strong. They are not the Man City of, the Pep, traditional Pep Man City.
I think it's because he lost personnel. They've lost personnel that help them. Pep has been trying to, find a way to use Kovacic alongside Rodri to dominate games, and keep boss teams in the midfield. He plays the, one DM, that's Rodri.
Yeah.
Then the 4 midfielders in front of him and all of that. But Madrid understand that they are diamond formation to a T, that they have a way of just keeping you boxed in. Even if they don't keep you boxed in, the ball movement, there's a way they play. The transition to one side, and before you know, somebody's caught napping on the other side. Now let's not forget, as far as I'm concerned, one of the flops of the season when it comes to signing, I'm trying to use the word flop, but he hasn't exactly worked, and it's Vardio. He will probably be the person who will play on that Rodrigo wing. And that's exactly how Madrid.
He's not been playing in a while now.
He's not been playing. Now he will play because I don't know how available Ake is. Maybe injury and all of that. Virgil might likely play. And he loses his head a lot.
But based on
the fact that everybody's conscious of, Vinicius Jr., they forget. And it's the same thing that cost them against Madrid when Rodrigo did that comeback. Yeah. For some very weird reason. Nobody has realized that Madrid are potent because they actually have this Rodrigo boy in the attack. Everybody, I know it's easy to say, there's Vinicius, there's Bellingham. You forget Rodrigo and you pay for it dearly. I promise you that.
So hold on, please, because I honestly don't like the fact that we are just focusing on Real Madrid being the better side.
But, better side?
No,
I don't think so.
No, with what he has said
better
now.
Side?
No, with what he has said now.
No.
Now you are making mention of the fact that Vinicius shouldn't be the only man that we should focus on, or Man City should focus on. That there's Rodrigo, there's probably Valverde, there's Joselu who might come in and the rest. But Man City have also got, some very, very, deadly players that will punish you at one sitting.
Yeah. Over two legs.
He loves Madrid.
Over 2 legs. Honestly, City are a better side.
No, that's not true. I totally disagree with you. Now, let's look at it from the wait. Let's look at it from the midfield. Leave
individuals alone.
No, wait. It's not about individual. It's about the style of play. Ancelotti is an experienced coach. You can't just throw away. You can't just throw discard Real Madrid like that.
But if you actually want to follow the antecedents, because in the end, football is all about antecedents. Okay. So you have to go back in time to their last 3 games, the last 4 games. You look at who has been more comfortable. I think it's Man City.
No, that's not true.
City.
Yes.
See,
I think if you agree with me, I think
that's not true.
The only moment.
No, that's not true.
The only moment.
I'll totally disagree.
The only moment Madrid have had over City was that 4 minutes you made mention of.
Honestly.
That's the only moment they've had. Man City have dominated.
IBK.
Man City have
remember
shown,
that night.
they've shown
I was about
charisma.
to tweet.
Man City have been the better side.
I was about to tweet.
Over and over again.
I was about
in
to tweet.
both legs.
IBK, I was about to tweet that
Yeah.
like that.
See.
Oh, Madrid at house. I was just like, guy, this team never finish. Honestly. And before you say Jack Robinson, the game was over.
Exactly. That is who Real Madrid is.
I think it's funny that we're using the word comfortable, and that's what cost Madrid in that time. Now, people come around when you're talking football and say this is football, anything can happen. Madrid are living embodiment of that phrase. You can't afford to sleep or snooze. Against PSG, that same run, they look dead and buried. 10 minutes of proper madness. They've put 3 past Donnarumma.
Yeah.
They qualified.
Yeah.
Against Chelsea, we felt
But
like
Izu,
we had
Izu,
done it.
Izu, you're not getting
They
the
had
point.
us
Izu, hold on.
again.
Izu, hold on. You're not getting the point. Now, the point is, let's be factual with what we say here. Because in the end, Man City have played Madrid after this scenario.
Yep.
And Man City have shown that they are the better side.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that everyone underrated Madrid in that Champions League. You can't take that away. You know, you are in your head already thinking, I'm in the next leg. And you know what helped Man City that last season? They knew that they were in for a battle. They went to the Bernabeu, they got a 1-1 result. And they came to the Etihad and the guy 4-0 against Real Madrid. As yet, when last year Madrid conceded 4 goals without responding to.
I can't remember.
You get so
that last year, Man City was the best team in the world.
Exactly.
On
They still are.
No, they are
they
not.
still have.
No, they are not.
No,
they are not.
According to the bookies, they have the best odds to win the
still
Champions
have.
League. So what are you saying?
Bookies don't win competition.
Maybe bookies first day one side first.
Bookies don't win competition.
They might carry the world champions badge at the center of their jersey.
Izu.
No doubt.
Whether it's like it or not.
The fact that you are respecting Madrid and you are giving less respect to Man City.
Let's just end it like this.
Shouldn't be.
No.
Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not.
IBK, in all sincerity, I think you are the one actually underrating what Madrid can bring to the table.
No, I am not.
That's
I'm
exactly
saying
what you're
that
doing.
Man City also are bringing something to the table. Whether I like
No.
it or not.
I give City the respect they deserve.
Of course.
100%. But the point I'm trying to make is, over 2 legs, I'm not going to lie, I'm leaning towards Madrid.
Most definitely. Same here.
Over 2 legs, I'm leaning towards Madrid.
Okay.
The last round of fixtures should tell us where we're going to. Against RB Leipzig, that City whitewashed in the same group. The way Madrid struggled. I told you guys here that Madrid will struggle to. In fact, if not for the naivety of RB Leipzig,
Yeah, they would have qualified.
Madrid will not be here.
Yeah,
that's
true.
how crazy Madrid can be at times. We all know what Madrid can do when they have their moment. We know what they can do when they are playing.
But they are not
Madrid
unbeatable.
way.
Thank
but
you.
City are a side that will not give
That
you chance to
well
outplay them. They will not give you chance to control games. Only in moment Madrid will try.
I've already
But
said it.
over
That
2
4
legs,
minutes.
over 2 legs,
And it
City
can't
are the
happen
better
again.
side.
So it can't
Are
happen
the better
again.
side. But if City are complacent,
They can't.
if
Farouk.
they are,
Farouk.
then City might have the moment.
Farouk.
But balance the game together. City will beat
Farouk,
them.
do you know I like the phrase of "he who is down fears no fall," because you've probably seen it all. That's why people will tell you that. Some people tell you that they rather work with someone that has been there before, like that's seen the bottom, because you already have an experience of what that can give you. If Man City had been in a position where they've probably strode past Madrid over and over again, I can say okay, maybe. But they've also seen it. They've experienced what Madrid can do.
Please, permit me to say
But
something.
away from that.
No, just permit me to say
Okay.
something. I just wanted to counter what Farouk said. Farouk said against Leipzig. The question is, the personnel that actually executed the 2 legs, who are they? These are most of their players.
They are Madrid players.
No. They are injured. Their first team players are injured. They are only coming back. Elder Militao.
Here.
They are
You
all coming back from
you mentioned
injuries.
that.
You understand?
But-
Now they are going to have a
They are
going to have a fully
He is down supposed to be fair,
Madrid.
because what if the ground open?
I wonder.
Which ground won't open?
I wonder.
Now earthquake happen.
See, bro, if they are going to have a fully fit Madrid to contend with, and I don't see Man City coming tops.
If that's your standpoint, then I don't think Madrid will make it, because they are
We are
not
overflowing
they are
this
not
issue.
going to have a fully
We
fit
are
Madrid.
overflowing
They
this
won't have
issue.
they won't
Over
have
2 legs.
okay,
IBK,
okay.
that's
They
simple.
won't-
City
they
will qualify.
Farouk,
Let's move on. Moving on.
We'll come to predictions. Don't worry. We'll come to predictions. Now let's go to the fixtures that every Arsenal fan never wanted. Because to be honest, the last team that sent Arsenal out of the Champions League was Bayern Munich. And as much as Arsenal are in a great form, beating everyone, being very formidable, ruthless in front of goal, and they've shown over and over again that they are now a better side, a more mature side with a coach that understands what it means to win games. Farouk, they are playing against Bayern Munich, and the sad thing is that
Farouk is not a nice person. Why are you laughing?
The fact that he laughed like that.
This is
Farouk, the sad thing is that now, had it been it was a reverse case, maybe Bayern playing at home first and Arsenal telling them, okay, you guys can come to Emirates, we'll show you what we've got. But this time around, is Arsenal playing at home first, Bayern playing at the Allianz Arena in the second leg. But there's this thing that's been working for Bayern in this timing. And it's not a fluke because last season it happened as well. They were struggling, all through the season. And the business part of the season, they picked form. And they won the Bundesliga. The same thing is happening this season. They've been struggling, and all of a sudden, that form has picked again.
They've not lost.
Down this weekend, they scored first, and Bayern woke up again. And I was telling a friend that Leverkusen must not slip up. Because, no, I'm happy that they've gotten the job done. Yes, but I'm just saying that any slip up, Farouk, Bayern will nick it.
It won't happen.
But looking at Arsenal,
It's not over yet.
Arsenal have got a more mature side. They have a captain who has also been in a team that knows how to win the Champions League.
Captain,
They have Odegaard, they have Saka, they've got Martinelli, they've got Jesus, they've got Gabriel, very well dressed side. They've got Declan Rice. But there's someone who has the best record against Arsenal for any footballer in the world. That's Harry Kane. Now these fixtures, it might look like okay, Bayern will always get it done. The last 3 meetings has ended 5-1. Different meetings in favor of Bayern Munich. Are you putting any sort of hope on Arsenal to go through this time?
It's very difficult to put Arsenal in the same breath with Bayern Munich in this fixture. Everything statistics is against Arsenal. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
When you were talking and I laughed, it was because you mentioned Arteta. What has Arteta done in the Champions League? Absolutely nothing. As a player, even as a coach, is zero. They only managed to even qualify over Porto. Yes, Bayern Munich have been suspect over this season, but the truth is, go and see exactly what Bayern Leverkusen have done. They have been flawless. Last season, I said it last week, that Bayern Munich had more points last season than this season. I mean, this season and last season. But they are playing against a team that have only dropped 3 games, drawn 3 games, they have won the rest. How do you want to compete against such a perfect team? That's the story of Bayern Munich in the league. But talking about the Champions League, they have only lost 1 game all season in the Champions League. The rest, they have won it. So we are not looking at what they are doing in the Champions League. We are focusing on where they are in the Bundesliga. But the truth is, Arsenal are perfect also in the league. But in the Champions League, can they bring that performance night in, night out? Champions League are played on Tuesday and Wednesday at night. Not in the afternoon, on Saturday or on Friday or on Sunday. I'm saying that experience-wise, Bayern Munich have got guys that have won the Champions League multiple times. From Leroy Sané to Thomas Müller to their goalkeeper, Mananoya, who is the Kamikaze goalkeeper. And bring them side by side. Honestly, Arsenal don't match up. The only thing why Arsenal are saying they can do it is because Edu, after the Champions League draw, he said they are eager. They will show Bayern Munich what they're capable of doing. This is not Brighton. This is not West Ham. It is not even Tottenham Hotspur that you say you want to dominate in London. We are talking about Bayern Munich.
But Arsenal actually beating some very good side this season.
Plus, Arsenal have 2 winners in their camp.
Ooh.
They have Jorginho and they have Kai Havertz. These are people that have won the Champions League before.
Yeah.
I think that can matter.
Over 2 legs.
Hold on, Roy. Okay. You know, I like taking people for their awards. By their awards as well. I think Farouk made mention of the fact that, Arsenal, Bayern is not Nottingham Forest. They are not Crystal Palace or the rest. But he has forgotten that this same Arsenal have beaten Man City, has beaten Liverpool this season.
How?
They've beaten
Farouk, I'm giving you stats now.
What the very first game? The first one was penalty.
Farouk, why are you saying how?
That's the first game of the season. The second one was just 1-0. What are you saying now?
Was penalty.
The first one they played, that's called a Community Shield.
They've beaten Man City and Liverpool in the league this season. So what are you saying?
What are you saying? I think it was an own
I said 1-0 or 2-1.
What are you?
But
are they not beating them? Yes or no?
My point.
You made mention of Nottingham Forest. You made mention of, as if it's only those people they've beaten. So
Would you put your money on Bayern?
This is a team on top of the table. So at least if you want to make an
They're not on
analysis,
top.
you give
They are
respect.
joint top.
So
Please
the thing
continue.
is,
They are not joint top. According to Premier League rule, they are on top because there's goal difference advantage. You should know your stats. I can't be sitting here to teach you what you should be saying here. I cannot.
let me put it this
I'm
way.
here to tell you guys what to do, but I cannot be educating you on things to know again.
Sport Lamba.
Farouk, please. I called you from Sport Mamba, but now you're officially Sport Lamba. Officially Sport Lamba.
So the thing is this.
Please continue.
No, the thing is this. As much as as much as we'll be here to say Arsenal have done this and they've done that and all of that. Yeah, with all due respect to what they've achieved in the last 2 years, all right. It is foolhardy for us to say, okay.
Thank you for letting him know.
It will be a whitewash. No
one said it to be a whitewash.
No, chill.
Roy, the point was wait. What, before you continue,
why are you forcing your question?
He said Bayern are not Nottingham Forest.
Are they?
They are not Crystal Palace.
Wait, I'm coming to that now.
He forgot that this same Arsenal has beaten Man City. They've beaten Liverpool this season.
That's what I want to tell you.
I think they've probably beaten Chelsea as well.
When you are in a particular territory, IBK, when you're in a particular territory, when you're in a particular territory, I'm not saying Arsenal cannot beat Bayern. It is football. Anybody is beatable. All right? But the truth is, when you're in the same circle with someone, okay, you can actually drag your muscles, no problem. But Champions League is a different ball game.
But Bayern a formidable side this season.
Like he told you, they've only lost one game in the Champions League. You have to look at their history. You have to look at their president. You have to look at their story. You have to look at where they are coming from. Now, the last game, they whitewashed
Lazio.
They whitewashed Lazio. Meanwhile, Arsenal struggled to play in the Champions League. Now, when you're talking about league, Arsenal focus currently is to win the league and not even the Champions League. Yes, they are trying to, ruffle shoulders, feathers rather, but then they cannot match toe-to-toe Bayern. And this is the reason why I said it. Start apart, all right? I think Arsenal is actually growing. They are actually coming close to becoming probably a Champions League team. But for now, they are still a bit far. Psychologically, Bayern has an edge over them, psychologically. And I don't see them qualifying. If they qualify, then it will be a miracle of the man. Seriously.
Okay, quick one.
I think I'll take it from here first. Bayern have a coach that's won the Champions League.
Number one.
That's one thing they have going for them, first of all. So if you're saying you want a team that is set up across two legs, how to win the competition, how to manage your games away, how to play at home, how to get the fans behind you, how when you get the lead to defend it better and all of that. All of us might not rate Tuchel as highly as we used to. But that's not taking away what he did at his time at Chelsea when he won Champions League. That's one. When he was at PSG, he got to the final as well. So that's two things he has going for him.
He was beaten by Bayern.
When it comes to the track record of going all the way in the Champions League, they have that with their manager. That's one. Now, Bayern as a team have European pedigree. They've won it. They've won the competition 5 before.
Times.
They've gone all the way. They've gone all the way so many times. They've been to a lot of finals. You get, and that in itself is a whole lot. But this particular Arsenal team, I feel like there's some things you hear for the sake of banter, and it's all laughs. But when you deep it, there's a lot of sense to it. Now, people used to say Arteta rushed and graduated from Pep College and did not get the complete
manual.
He did not get complete manual. He didn't get complete education. When he left Pep had not gone on the way to win the Champions League. So I don't know if he himself knows what it means to go on that extensive run. It might be jokes, but when you deep it, it's somewhere at the back of his mind. Now, what Arteta is doing in the league does not really surprise me as a coach. Because you've been with a manager who has gone all the way multiple times. You've been with a team that has gone all
there's winning mentality.
This recovery he did this season of we slipped up last season. Okay, let's try things differently. He can do that because somewhere in his head there's a knowledge of this is how you react.
Because a proper Arsenal will have been struggling with top 4, top 6 by now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now he has recovered better because of the experience that he has working under a particular manager. Arsenal don't have that experience in Europe. You know,
Exactly.
the reason why Porto are out is because when it mattered the most, they could not keep their composure and, you know, just see the game all the way. Very terrible penalties, the penalty shootouts. You are playing 3 versus 2. I don't care if my Gabriel and Saliba are the best back pair in the world right now. 3 against 2 anytime, they all should always be in favor of the 3 attackers. For crying out loud, you're back into your post.
So you made your point. Let's do a quick prediction before we go straight to the FA Cup semi-final fixtures. Let me start from you. Okay, let's start from the Atletico Borussia Dortmund game. Who qualifies Atletico against Dortmund? Please, producer, please put this out there. Who qualifies Atletico Dortmund?
Honestly, I think Tico qualify.
Farouk?
I think Tico qualify.
Atletico, what about you?
Atletico.
Okay. Paris Saint-Germain against Barcelona.
Honestly, I think Barca will get job done in Camp Nou. I think Barca qualify.
Okay, what about you?
I think PSG will.
PSG, you Barca, you?
Barcelona
goes through. Real Madrid against Man City, Farouk.
Man City.
Are you sure about that?
Man City.
To go through. What about you?
Real Madrid all the way.
Madrid?
Sorry, I'm leaning towards Real Madrid.
Okay.
I think Madrid do it.
Okay. So Arsenal, Bayern?
Bayern will edge us now. I love as much as I like Arsenal. I don't love them. I like them. You understand? But I think Bayern will qualify.
Okay.
That's no question. Only one winner.
Bayern?
Of course.
I'm not gonna lie to you people.
It's quite tough.
I know I said what I said.
It's not tough.
I know I said what I said stats wise and all of that. But see, honestly, I feel Arsenal take it.
How do you do? How?
I'm telling you.
How?
Farouk.
Just tell me how.
I've not seen the game. I don't know how.
Farouk.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Just leave them.
But I think Arsenal have a chance. I think
Brother.
Arsenal take it.
Glenrice won that conference league.
Brother.
I'm telling you, I don't know how. But I think Arsenal take it. Actually,
there's a popular saying by Jose Mourinho. You get to some stages in football competitions and you take away history, you take away Etua, you take away everything.
It's a lie.
Now, wait, listen now.
The same way they took away history and they lost against Porto.
Let me make my
They've
point.
never won in Porto.
Let me make my point. Hold on. There is a reason, Mourinho will say that there is a reason a team is in the quarterfinals just as you. Now imagine the team that has gone out because of that person. The least you can give them is a respect. You telling Izu that how will us now send Bayern out is actually a big disrespect.
Let me just
to a team that has gone out.
It's just like saying Malawi against Brazil. Malawi will beat Brazil in the World Cup.
Imagine compare.
Now you go sort out that puzzle.
Compare Arsenal and Malawi.
In the Champions League.
If I say I want to educate you now, you say I shouldn't be educating you.
Did you tip Morocco to send Portugal out of the World Cup?
I beg, moving on.
No, I beg. No, now you bring Malawi and enter the G's.
Izu, there is a reason I educate people on this show, and that education will never stop. If Farouk is still on this show and Roy, it will never stop. I will still be educating them. On and on.
That still does not change the fact that Bayern will win.
My predictions. Arsenal Bayern. I think Arsenal should go through. Atletico against Borussia Dortmund with the experience of Atletico de Madrid.
So why you throwing away Bayern Munich experience?
Why
you throwing away Bayern Munich experience?
Go through.
Real
Madrid against Man City. I've always said it. People they listen to when I do on our prediction. Make I do my own.
Sorry.
Madrid against Man City. Like I've said, the only time Man City stepped up against Madrid was that 4 minutes, and they've always dominated every other game. I think City should be able to go through this time around. And again, experience and also the favor of the fact that they will have 12th man and the second leg at the Etihad. I think they should go through that one. Paris Saint-Germain against Barcelona. PSG, I'm scared that they have a coach who last won the Champions for Barcelona. And also Xavi as well has picked up from after announcing that he's going to leave the club. Quite a difficult game, but as a Barca fan, my mind will tilt toward Barcelona this time around. Hopefully, we'll get to see Barca, Man City, Atletico Madrid, and Arsenal in the semi-finals of this season's UEFA Champions League. Put your money on it any day, anytime. If you don't win it, come back to me. I'm going to refund all of the money you placed on these teams to go through to the semi-final round. All the future. My name is Bukwan Lucas. You always know that's what I'm telling you again. If you lose this game, come to me. I'm going to refund you. Guys, let's go quickly to the FA Cup semi-final fixtures. It's Chelsea against Leicester. and Man United against Chelsea against Man City and Man United against Coventry. I was saying that it will actually be unfair to Man United after sending out Liverpool. I think Liverpool were tipped to win the FA Cup. Everyone knows that.
They went their CFC Club one win.
You get it, they were tipped to win it. But looking at the whole game, it will be unfair for Farouk, it will be unfair for Man United to get another tough fixture at Man City. I wanted a Manchester derby, to be honest, but it didn't happen. Against Coventry, some people are saying they might be upset and getting so
Ellis Sims.
But I say Sims, and I think before the game against Wolves, he scored a hat-trick against I've forgotten the team. But Coventry at the Wembley. There's one thing Wembley gives you. A lot of these boys are by face that Coventry players are they're even excited about actually playing the Wembley.
They just want to go Wembley.
You get, but Farouk, should United be, should they be scared at some point?
Scared of who?
Coventry.
You can imagine a teacher asking a question from the student this way.
No, because I'm only being realistic.
The last time Coventry were in the semi-final was when they won it in 1970 something. That was a long way back.
And now they're in the semi-final again.
Boy, oh boy.
May you not be the stepping stone.
Don't forget when Bellingham City won. Birmingham won the FA Cup.
Against who?
Arsenal.
Against Arsenal.
Can you imagine?
That's what we are saying.
That's what I'm telling you. See, the truth is...
I think was it Obafemi Martins that scored in that one? Yeah.
I think Usaini and that other guy.
I think it was Obafemi Martins.
Arsenal used to play for
Obafemi Martins said that's the easiest goal in his life.
but the truth is, yes, you have to give them a chance, to be honest. For you to have gone to the Champions League, to the FA Cup semi-final,
yeah. And
you are playing in neutral ground, same number of fans, you are making the same amount of money, but the quality of players are quite different. United to Coventry City is like heaven to heart. It's not.
They have Sims, you have Rashford.
Continue.
But I'm waiting now.
But wait.
However you want.
So let me just ask you.
Continue.
Let me just, do you think there can be any form of upset?
If there's upset, the tag is leaving on the spot. Because there's no how you lose Coventry.
As much as you want to banter, you understand. Forget
I think let's all argue that United are in the finals, right?
Forget banter.
United are in the finals.
Yeah, they are in the finals.
Okay, so let's talk about Chelsea. Immediately that fixture came out.
Let's talk about you.
No, let's talk about Chelsea. Yeah,
we're talking about Chelsea. Finals too. Now, Man
no, we are not in the finals.
Wait. Immediately that fixture came out. One Chelsea fan reply, please, can they do this drawing? Because, bro, to be honest, no one wants to face Man
the truth is, that's the
in a semi-final.
No, jokes apart, that's the end of the road for Chelsea. As much as I'm a Chelsea fan,
I've been honest.
I will not. No, of course, I'm being honest here. All right, Chelsea cannot do it against Man City. So I feel it's a Manchester derby for the FA Cup final. I see the two Manchester clubs playing for the finals. Yeah, that's the truth.
I'm not going to lie. We start-wise this season, 4-4 at Stamford Bridge, 1-1 at the Etihad. I'm playing in neutral ground now. Maybe, I don't understand why everybody is quick to say City have the edge over us. For all the rubbish that Poch has done this season, he has been able to hold his own against City. And all those games are games
that doesn't matter.
We would have been able to win if,
it is a cup game.
We had the composure.
This is a cup game, so it's a different ball game.
I know.
At Wembley.
I know it's a cup game, you get. But City are a perfect team. And a perfect team as well. Our style of football and the way we like to play against teams that come out to play, City love to play and dominate games. So it's basically they basically counter out each other. I think it's down to who makes the most of their chances.
So let's just run up predictions. United are in the finals as agreed by everyone, right? Mm-hmm. No upset hanging in somewhere there.
No, there's no upset.
Okay, so Chelsea, Man City, who next it for you?
I think Chelsea does it. You don't want me. Why do you want me? Why do you want me to fold?
Hold on.
Why do you want me to fold against a team that qualified from 2 deflected shots?
Okay, so what about you?
Then us that created four serious chance. Do you see my case?
I know say na hype man you do for club.
Pray for Man City. Pray for Man
I know say
City.
your second job na hype man for.
Pray for Man City.
To be honest, I think that a team wearing blue will qualify for the final.
A team
wearing blue.
Now, like,
Who
you want
qualify for the
Chelsea.
final?
If you say
I think Chelsea.
beat us.
I think the Chelsea will be in the final.
You know, Farouk is doing reverse. Farouk
No, but see, the truth is,
wait, hold on.
chill.
Farouk wants something easier.
No. That's the problem. He might be thinking in his mind. He might be thinking.
City in that final.
No, hold on.
Let me just give you free advice.
Let
Let me shock
Let me
him.
educate you.
Okay.
It may not educate you people.
Okay, it's easier.
It's easier
Oh yeah, why?
for you to play City
Why?
in that final.
Why?
When I go play at Manchester derby, Manchester is red. That's enough ginger for you.
IBK.
If you
There's
dare,
only one hope I know.
If you dare play us in that final, we're winning.
Chelsea have not gotten the better of City, Man United for the last 4 years.
Yeah, no.
They have not won. Only that one alone.
It's a big goal for him.
Fulham had not beaten Tottenham in the past how many years?
So
they don't wallop them.
I don't want.
You.
I think Chelsea will
Farouk
qualify.
wants Chelsea, Man United.
No one to.
You want Man United, Chelsea.
Anybody, Madrid here for that final, are winning it.
So the thing
let's be going.
So the thing is, I know why my brother here wants Chelsea. In his head, in his mind, he believes Chelsea will be a walkover for Man United.
Is it not?
But he will get a shock.
But who goes through? That's what I'm saying.
He will get the shock of his life.
Who goes through?
If Chelsea comes to the final, we are winning it. But
No,
however,
who goes
unfortunately, like I said earlier, I know Chelsea cannot
All this story now.
win Man City. So
Okay,
it's a Manchester derby.
so it's a Manchester derby final.
Yeah.
Farouk is hoping for a Man
I'm
Chelsea.
not hoping.
What
From
about
what
you?
Chelsea have done over 2 legs against City, postulating and also looking at the fermentation and the permutation of what they have done, both legs, Chelsea will play Man United in the final. Man United will win.
Okay, anyhow, that's what the FA Cup gives you. And I think sadly, Klopp wanted a send-off of quadruple, but someone said, no, be only you can't play football, I beg. How you go pack everything?
Hold my beer.
I think that was a masterclass performance from Man United. No one, not even the players, gave themselves a chance against Liverpool. That's to show you that.
Yeah, I did, sir.
As long what my coach,
I hate to watch.
what my coach at Lekki United Football Club always tells me is that it is 11 against 11. It's how you transmit what you want from your boys to them, for them to do what they have to do on the field of play. Yeah. Trust me, I always say
your coach at where?
it is 11 against 11. Yeah. My coach at Lekki United Football Club, a club that finished top of their league last season and also played the playoff to the NNL. So it comes from. Thank you very much.
No same coach.
Shout out to Lekki United.
No same coach. Will be asked that what happened with this man. They say yes, it was a good match. I thank God for winning.
My coach doesn't know. My coach. Okay, away from that, let's talk about some league football before we end it. Inter against Napoli ended 1-1. I expected Inter to win that anyways, and also Atlético de Madrid against Barcelona. I said something that was going to be an easy tie for Barcelona. Can there be any upset in the league, in La Liga? 10 points ahead.
I think La Liga is done already. Madrid. I don't think Madrid will let it sleep.
Can there be any upset?
No, it's done and dusted. Girona was just flashing.
So quick gist before we leave. Some people are saying that Kobe Mino should be in that England lineup. Farouk, you're a Man U fan. Do you agree with that?
It's a friendly to test strong players. I think it's for that. But I still feel.
But people always say let kids be kids.
If you are good enough, if you are good enough.
But let's look at it. Let's look at it.
People always say let kids be kids.
No, let's look at it critically. Let's look at it critically. Who is he going to play ahead of Declan Rice?
How do I say it? I said
you cannot. If I'm Kobe Mino and you tell me that you didn't call me because you want to accommodate Jordan Henderson, personally, I'll go and play for Ghana.
What are you talking about?
Jordan Henderson, let kids be kids. Is this guy?
Jordan Henderson comes with experience.
The game against Liverpool yesterday, I saw a banner at Old Trafford, and the banner clearly read, "If you are good enough, you are old enough." It's that simple.
No, see, let me tell you.
All this experience, your most experienced attacker almost cost you the game against Leicester City. Let's talk about experience. Makes my skin crawl sometimes.
But I remember when Pele won the World Cup for Brazil at the age of 17.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think they might be right. If you are old enough, you are. If you are good enough, you are old enough. But in the end, people will also, another school of thought to tell you that let kids be kids, because I can give you an example of Gavi, Pedri. They have
were
strong-
overused.
You know, even Ansu
It's
Fati.
different entirely.
Even
those
Ansu
guys
Fati.
were overused. You know,
Farouk, it's the
apart
same
from
thing.
that,
Let
see,
kids,
this
if
is-
we let kids be kids, they won't be overused.
This is where I'm coming from now.
If France,
IBK, hold on,
had
hold on.
let kids be kids, they would not have won the World Cup.
Now this is where
when
I'm
they-
coming
when they
from.
won it with
IBK,
Mbappe.
this is where I'm
yeah.
coming from. We have a replica of what we are talking about here, right here in the Nations Cup. So many people said, why did we go with Ahmed Musa? We saw the role Ahmed Musa played. You understand, behind the scenes, whether you like it or not. Sometimes when you are going for competitions like this, you need experienced players to actually ginger the boys.
He
Do you
has
get what I'm
won
saying?
it, though.
Listen,
Ahmed Musa
No.
don't win am before.
no,
But
you
see,
mustn't necessarily
when
win
we
it.
come
You
here,
need
when
the
we come here and
experience.
draw
You need the
when we
maturity.
come here and draw comparisons,
No.
I don't know.
This is a player that has
I-
gotten to
see,
finals
Ahmed
of the
Musa
Nations
don't
League.
win
That's
am
what I'm
before.
talking about.
Jordan
hold
Henderson.
on.
Jordan Henderson.
Hold on. Anyways, I only throw this question not just for only the guys in the studio. I think for everyone following the show on our YouTube page everywhere. Now I'm asking the question: Kobe Maino's exclusion from the England national team call-up, was it justified? Should we allow kids be kids, or if you are good enough, does it mean you are old enough to play whatever team you want to play? And you can answer that on our YouTube channel, the Best of the Best Sports Show. We have a lot of videos, you know, for you to educate you, to tell you, to update you on everything around the beautiful and scintillating world of sport. I can tell you that if you need any information right here, you can always get it on this superb show. Like I always say, I've got guys here with me that are well educated and knows their audience so well. From Izu to Farouk Aditola and also Roy coming on strong and banging in all the goals, hitting the bullseye as fast and as quick as possible. Guys, let's end the show on this note. Roy, what's up? Any final words from you, and we wrap up things?
Well, I look forward to what the champion. For me, I want to see Champions League football, so I can't wait for the return of Champions League for me to see what Arsenal and Bayern brings to the table.
Why are you so particular about Arsenal Bayern? Anyways,
You won't laugh.
No, I don't want to laugh at anybody. I just want to watch you. I want to watch good football.
Well, it's a period where
you know we laugh.
things are always getting very boring. International football is back, you know, and we'll just go back into our shell, follow the friendlies across the world, and
can I diverse? How have your fasting been? Have you been coping?
Well, of course, I'm so much used to fasting. I don't play with it.
For the
It's
past
just a normal
30
thing.
years.
So it's just a normal thing. So, but at least it's a month to reflect and also be, very close to your.
Since when have you been fasting?
I think for over 30 years I've been fasting.
Over 30 years. Fantastic. Are you even 30 yet?
I'm not 30 years old.
Wow, fantastic. Any last word from you, Roy? I say Roy. Izu.
International break, very boring. But I think one thing I look for, I don't know if Nigeria will be playing this break.
We will.
We've
So,
lost Pesero. I think
we have a new coach,
Nike introduced a new kid before it came in studio, and some people are saying it's a mixed reaction anyways. And also the fans can come in who prop up the two home and away jerseys for you. Do you actually like it? Is it best so far in recent years? Or do you think that 2018 jersey still remains the best when it comes to Super Eagles jersey? For me, I think I'll rate it 6 over 10. Have you seen the jersey?
I saw it before we started recording.
Farouk, have you seen it?
I
I
saw the jersey, but
I don't really like it.
Personally, I'm not.
It's always like that with Nigerian jersey. You see it first and you're like, it's not nice. But the more
And
you
by the
see
time you
it,
sit on the
the
players,
more you
yeah.
like it. So I'm waiting for that moment to say yes, it's actually a good jersey or not. I can't say no.
Maybe you grow on me.
Maybe
you
until
won't.
Wizkid and Alex will be wears it. I think they wore the 2018 one and it looks so great. It looks so fine. And Farouk looks like a model anyways with pot belly, you know that kind
You go
of
model and well.
that kind of model. All right, guys. Like I said already, our videos are always up on YouTube. You can see the YouTube channel on the screen right there. Just subscribe and we'll be showing you whatever it is when it comes to the beautiful world of football. A whole lot of episode waiting for you. Like I said, subscribe, call your friends, call your brothers, call your sisters, everyone you know to subscribe to the channel. And trust me, you would enjoy every bit of sport on the Best of the Best Sports Show. My name is Ibukun Aluko, and always do sports for the sake of your heart, like Farouk always say, and make the ball your friend, or else you go the lago for front of post. All right, guys, until we meet same time next week. Bye-bye for now.